Yesterday, we had our cabinet sitting in Chümoukedima, rhododendron. It was a little early in the morning, so I think the press was not informed. Immediately after the conclusion, when we came out, I wanted to dispose. Since a group was heading for New Delhi, I thought we should share, but it could not be organized. So today only I've called all of you to come to share what the cabinet had taken stock of. There are many issues. There were many issues, but not all are so important. Some things you might want to be aware of is our ENPO's FNTA with the government of India. Hopefully, today, the 4th, in New Delhi, they would be discussing, and we'll keep our fingers crossed that the government of India will announce something on the 5th, that is tomorrow, on the long enduring issue of creating a new entity, that is the FNTA. So we hope for the best. And in this regard, also to deal with other issues, the cabinet decided on creating a subcommittee on the Political Affairs Committee. The PSC is quite a large group, so every time, everywhere, all cannot gather. And so this time, a subcommittee has been constituted with the Chief Minister as the convener, our 2 MPs, 2 deputy CMs, and a few of us of the cabinet. And those who could go, they have left yesterday. And they will also be taking up issues on the FMR, the Free Movement Regime, and also the Protected Area Permit issue, which we have been discussing for a while now, after its reimposition. And the Cabinet the Political Affairs Subcommittee will be persuading the center to review the imposition of especially the PAP, because this is affecting us in some ways. Besides those issues, another major issue is the exploration of oil and natural gas. It's a long-drawn issue, and you're aware that the matter has become very contentious after it went to the court. But we were greatly relieved when the court has taken up the matter for hearing, and perhaps on learning of the arguments and the final concluding decision that they have agreed among themselves, we were hoping for a clearance on the issue of oil exploration in reference to the Article 371 in the Land and its Resources article. But unfortunately, for one or the other reasons, the final verdict has not been pronounced by the court. So the cabinet had decided that this time, basing on our rights as guaranteed in the Constitution, we will be going ahead in our venture to explore and exploit our natural resources. The other issue which you might be interested is in the land holding system that our state has been trying to regulate. Acts like the Safasi Act and some OMs, office memorandums, from time to time over the years have been promulgated. But the LR had not been decisive, or for that matter, the government itself has not been very firm and decisive on its stand and approach to the landholding system. So this time around, Cabinet had studied the proposals put up by the Land Revenue Department. And in the face of all these inner line permit regulations, the Bengal Eastern Frontiers regulations, and register of the indigenous inhabitants of Nagaland, putting all this together and summing up for a long term, we need to settle on some concrete decisions. So the government had tried to bring about some new directives where the non-cadastral areas or the government-occupied lands, which hitherto were not given individual patas, should, along with other organizations and individuals, also obtain land pata after proper registration, and should also pay the revenue to the government as how all the other private owners are doing. But these are some of the major decisions that the Cabinet has taken yesterday. I thought we should inform this to our people so that people will be abreast of the new directions and notifications which will be following very soon.
Regarding the oil and natural gas exploration, so when is it likely to start, and whether doing that will go against the ongoing court case or not?
It should not go against the centre's interests or any standing order. If we are to look back at the Article 371A and the provisions thereof, it is very clearly written that the land and its resources shall belong to the people of Nagaland. Now you will see that no other state in this country has been accorded that provision, except Nagaland, which is a special category state. So unlike other states, over here in Nagaland, whatever natural resources on the surface, above the surface, and below the surface belongs to the private landowners and the people. Thereby, the elected and mandated government of the people, that is the state government, is fully the owner of the resources at hand. So along with the consent of the owners, the government may act as per its best judgment and decision. This has always been there. Only the center came out with the central list, the state concurrent list, all this, and have claimed that the resources, especially petroleum and natural gas, are central subjects, and no state should have ownership upon it. So that is so with the rest of the states and the union territories in the country. but it is not so with us. But they have not been able to segregate us and separate us from falling under the purview of this act of the center. So finally, when the dispute started, the matter has been taken to the court. It should not have gone to the court, but it is our own folly that our own people, some organizations have dragged the matter to the court. And so it was subjudiced, and the matter was pending for some time. But now that the particular organization had withdrawn their case from the court, I mean, the case becomes infractious. It should. So I think even before any judgment is pronounced on this, we can well conclude that the matter should be as it is guaranteed in the Constitution of India. But that is our contention. Yes. The Chief Minister, as it is, he's the chairman. The two Deputy Chief Ministers, Mr. T.R. Ziliang and Patton. The two MPs, our Rajya Sabha MP and Lok Sabha MP. Then myself, our Mr. Kaito, then Mr. Paiwang, Mr. Bashang Mongba, and from the party side, our MLA Achimbemo as the Secretary General of NPF. Then somewhere around that, the order will be out soon. But I think we are 10 or 11 of us. Not that huge jumbo, not along with all. So in any case, whatever is to be deliberated, important things will always be brought to the full house, the PAC. But to pursue matters, since everybody cannot go out of the state always together, like this time, I have been away for nearly 2 weeks, so I requested that I should be the Chowkidar this time. Spare me. I stayed back because of many works. Our Honorable Deputy CM, TR, also has so many engagements. So like that, few of us have taken leave. And that's his thing.
How many of them are there?
Yesterday, about 8 of them might have gone, And the others may be there, honorable MLAs and ministers also, but they are outside of the PSC, but in connection with the ENPO case. FNT, that's why. A huge group is already there in Delhi, camping.
We are expecting some concrete decision on this.
Certainly. We are keeping our fingers crossed that after having pursued it for more than a decade, almost 1.5 decades, it should be put to rest as per the wishes and desire of our people.
Sir, with regard to another political issue, the government has been forming committee after committee. Do you think, can you confidently say that it is yielding results?
Political Affairs Committee, it is coterminous with the period of the tenure of MLAs. So every new house has to constitute a new team again. And that is why succeeding committees have new members. That is the reason. Otherwise, there's no change at all.
Not related to this issue that we're talking about here, but can you give us some insight on what are the topics that is going to be discussed in the upcoming assembly sessions?
Assembly session. The Business Advisory Committee is yet to sit. Just 2 days back, I learned that we might sit on the 18th or 19th of this month. Only then I'll be able to share with you the issues that might come up. Yeah. So that's it, huh? Thank you so much.